Hello. Hello, how's it going?
Hello, well.
My name's Cody Thompson with Cody.
Nice to meet you, Cody. Nice to meet you. And your name? I'm Bob.
Bob. Nice to meet you, Bob. Appreciate you taking the time to meet with me today.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Time is precious for all of us, so I appreciate that.
Yes, it is.
Now, Bob, I understand you work for Green Fiber.
I sure do.
Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
What do you do at Green Fiber?
I'm a national account sales manager, so
Sales manager.
handle all kinds of business for them. So yes.
Terrific. Sounds good. Now, how long have you been with Green Fiber?
About 3 years now.
3 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you go to school here at Western, or?
I did, actually. I'm an undergrad and a master's in MBA here.
What did you get your degrees in?
My undergrad was in history, and I got an MBA after that.
That's terrific. So I tell you, I saw that you're the number one retail salesman for Green Fiber. That's fantastic. On a typical day with Green Fiber, what does that look like for you?
Well, I work out of the house, so it is either I'm either in the house or on the road. I handle from from Nashville north up to Michigan and east to the Carolinas and up through Maine. So
wow.
kind of quarter of the country. So I'm either in the house, on the phone, or on the road.
So definitely some travel with your job.
Quite a bit of travel.
Quite a bit, right?
Yes.
Terrific. So with you working out of home, do you phone calls, conference calls, getting on the computer?
All day long.
All day long.
All day long. Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
So now when you're at home, you're typically, when you're doing these phone calls, you're busy. I take it, even So how do you keep yourself hydrated throughout the day?
Well, I've got bottled water I use when I'm on the road, and typically the tap, just the
Typically out of the tap?
Right out of the tap. Got one right in my office. Yep.
Okay. Now with tap water, using that as a water source from your home, that's an unfiltered water source. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what we do at Call Again is we specialize in keeping water simple, pure, and clean for our customer.
Mm-hmm.
That means we go through a specific filtration process where we actually filter out the water with our Call Again system. Now, we look at individuals like yourself, obviously, who perhaps drink out of the tap as a primary focus for our market. Specifically because when you drink water out of the tap, there's certain things that just don't get filtered out of the tap. So we look at that, and we try to basically point out that drinking water out of the tap can sometimes be harmful to yourself, to your body, and obviously for somebody like you who's busy, you need to be in tip-top shape. So now when you're on the road, I've heard you say that you take bottled water with you as well.
Usually pick something up.
Just pick something up.
Yep.
Is that from a gas station?
Gas station. Yeah, 7-Elevens, whatever. Exactly. Whatever's convenient.
Whatever you get. Okay. All right. And you typically go through 1 or 2 bottles when you're traveling?
An hour. It seems like I drink probably 3 or 4 a day. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like
exactly.
You are getting enough water throughout the day.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
But that purchasing water from a gas station, that probably is that cheap? Is that cheap for you, or have you ever paid?
It's not cheap.
It's not cheap.
It's not cheap. So,
the water at a gas station. About how much?
$1 to a bottle.
$1 to a bottle, and you might go through 2 or 3 of those a day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm hearing from you is you do some work at home.
Yeah.
You use your tap as a primary source of water consumption while you're at your house.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you travel on the road, you're picking up bottles from a gas station or whatever's convenient where you're obviously busy. Being number one in sales, I'm assuming you're not just sitting around, so you're definitely busy. Now, what I'm looking at though is the cost. You could be spending a lot of money on bottled water, basically that you're picking up from the gas station. Now, when you're at home, obviously you're not burdened by that expense, but you are drinking water out of the tap. So that tap water, again, like I said, could hamper some of, basically what's going in your body. It could be harmful to your body. What I'd like to talk to you today, Bob, is what we can do for you from Call Again with some of our water systems. Now, what we have here is we have a lineup of systems. This right here is our all-purpose system. What this unit allows us to do is provide you with an unlimited source or basically a gallon portion source of water as well for your home, and I'll explain that. But with this system here, you would have access to water, filtered water, from your home, and also you can be able to fill up bottles as you go on the road. And that's going to do a few things for you. Obviously, with our filtration system, we use a system called reverse osmosis. Are you familiar with reverse?
No, what is reverse osmosis?
That's a very good question. Yes. I never get that. I get that a lot. Reverse osmosis basically is a system where we force the water through micromembranes. And what that force is going to do when the water comes through that system is it's going to purify that water. It's going to eliminate things that your tap definitely is not going to eliminate. It's going to pull out microorganisms and bioorganisms, all these little things that are in the water that we don't want in our body.
Yeah.
So that's how we filter our water. It's state of the art. It's the best.
And that's in all of these systems?
That is in all these systems. That is in all these systems. So what we do is with this system, it takes up about 1 square foot of space in your home. Very, very convenient, out of the way. It's not going to be something that's going to be in the middle of the room or anything like that. It's just going to kind of be out of the way for you. And again, this is going to allow you at your house and while you're traveling to get water from your home. Now, obviously, the benefit for you is with this system, you're going to get the filtered water, you're going to get the better health benefits from the water, but you're also going to get rid of that cost of $6 potentially a day that you're spending in water.
Yeah.
So you're definitely gonna save some money. So now at Colligan, we are a environmentally friendly company. I understand that Green Fiber does the same thing. You guys use a lot of, it's like 85% of recycled materials, I believe.
It sure is.
Colligan, so we have that in common because at Colligan, we work at reducing plastic bottles. And how we do that is through these systems. Okay.
So the bottle doesn't go on top of these?
Well, now, there is a system where the bottle could go on top of it, but we do have the bottle-less system, two different systems. You're going to get the same benefit, just one of which is you don't have to have the bottle on the top, but that is an option for you. You can obviously do that. So with this system, you don't have the bottle, and again, there is the bottle that goes on the top. The convenience factor for you is with those bottles, we have a delivery service, so when those bottles become empty, which typically they would probably last you throughout the month.
How big is each bottle?
They're 5 gallons.
5 gallons.
5 gallons, and it comes with the system with the bottle has 2 of those.
Okay.
So you get 2.
It's 2 free a month or whatever.
Yes, 2 free with the package.
Yeah,
with the package, absolutely.
Okay.
With this system, you don't have to worry about the bottle.
What's the price difference between the two?
It's $10.
Okay.
So basically, the system without the bottle runs $29 a month.
Okay. The
system with the bottle runs $19 a month. Obviously, the system with the bottle that's $19 a month, you do get 2 of the bottles. Now, I will say, can you handle putting the bottle on top of that? Would that be an issue for you at all?
Yeah, that's what
Okay, I just want to make sure. So you can do the bottle at the top, obviously for $19 a month, and then we do have the water free for $29. The bottle free, excuse me, the bottle free for $29. For me personally, I've seen a lot of people go with the system that doesn't require the bottle simply because of the convenience factor. So that's just kind of given my experience.
Which one do you use?
Right now, I've got the one that doesn't require the bottle. I'll be honest with you. I get pretty busy, so lifting up that bottle or messing with that, I don't want to do the hassle of that. But, some people, because of the $10, if there is a budget, can go with the bottle. Either way, you're going to get the benefit of the purified water, the water that we're going to provide from Colligan.
Okay.
And what you'd be looking at is we do guarantee the price for a minimum of 1 year with a contract. So we could look at doing a system like this or a system like this in your home, guaranteed for 1 year at that price. So we'll lock that in for you. Now the benefit also with what we provide is we do have 100% money back guarantee within the first 30 days. So that's also something to think about. What type of questions do you have about that?
Well, I had the guys from Crystal Springs in already too, and they're a little bit cheaper than you guys.
Crystal Springs is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They have basically looks like the same program, looks like the same type of stuff.
Okay. Now, does Crystal Springs, did they demonstrate to you how their filtration process works?
They may have gone through it.
They may have gone through it. What I know is with our reverse osmosis, we are going to provide the cleanest and freshest water. Also, too, with our product, you get none of the plastic that's being used. We use a material in that keeps any type of kind of bioorganisms growing on that material as well. So we do have that with our product. Okay.
So that's different than theirs? I think so.
That's a good question. That's a great question.
Yeah.
I can parking lot that for you and get an answer immediately on that question. That's no problem at all. We could do that. So, if we could, now we do offer a 2-week trial of the product as well. If that's something you'd want to try.
How about this? I've got kids that run around, and how are these things very safe? Are they, about running? I guess 2 boys that just run crazy.
Absolutely. What I'd like to show you on these systems is, we'll get to the product specs. We have a valve. So right here, we have a hot water safety block that comes on these. Okay. So this system, even though it does provide hot water for you, this is something that you can safety block to prevent from, like you said, you've got kids, if they're around the house, kind of tampering with that product as well. So we do have some safety features on there for you.
Now, what about the other, I'm thinking too, that thing's pretty big. I've got counters, my office has got counters, obviously, and I've got a little refrigerator in there and a sink set up. What else do you guys have? Is there anything different?
Well, if space is a concern for you, we do have a product that easily fits on the counter. You mentioned at your office you've got a sink and you've got a refrigerator. So this unit right here, which actually is called the Countertop, we go right onto the countertop for you. Added benefits, you get everything we've discussed before. Obviously, given the size, the water container is going to be a little bit smaller, so your capacity level is going to go down just a little bit. But we do have that option for you as well. And
it just runs through, water just runs through it all the time. Okay.
Yes,
similar to your refrigerator type thing.
Yes, absolutely.
So $30 a month. It's free out of the tap.
You're right.
If I bought a bottle in a row, but usually I expense that. Out of the tap, it's free. So
it is free out of the tap. The only concern with drinking water out of the tap is, you're getting some of the contaminants that isn't being filtered out. And somebody that's active like you, that's going to be on the road, you'd want to be getting the best water to nourish your body, keep you going at peak performance.
Yeah.
So, Bob, like I said, we could look at trying. We could go with a smaller unit, perhaps, if you'd like something like that in the office, or we could go with the bottled system, which would get the price down to $19 a month for you, by the way. The bottled system, and then you can try that for 2 weeks.
Can we do a little better on price?
Can we do it? Price is going to be, like I said, we're going to guarantee that price for a year, so that's going to be a locked in for you, but again, that is a guaranteed price for you. That's not going to change.
Do I have to do a long-term contract?
The minimum contract would be 1 year to get that locked in.
How do I get out of it if I'm not happy?
That's a great question. To get out of that contract, I would.
Not that I won't be happy, but
absolutely. I would have to look into that for you, exactly how to get out of that contract. But I do believe you'll be satisfied with our water. You'll definitely be satisfied.
It's $100 for the basis of this presentation.
So, what do you think about?
Let's rock and roll.
You want to do it?
Yeah, we'll do it.
Awesome. Well, we'll get you signed up, and we'll get that out to you as soon as possible. Now, let me backtrack for a second. What day would be good for you? Because we do deliveries.
Mondays are good.
Mondays are good?
Yes.
Monday. Any specific time on that? 9 o'clock in the morning, we can do that. Bob, it's been a pleasure. Appreciate you meeting with me, and we'll get that system set up. I'd like to give you my business card, and if you have any questions at all, please let me know, and I'd love to help you in the future.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks again. Appreciate it.